YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer, welcome back to Gallop Racer 2004. It's like almost been a full 14 days since I last played. It doesn't even feel like it, because again, you guys know I pre-record most of the videos you see. I think sometimes people still to this day think I record like in the moment. Like if you see the video, let's say on a Tuesday, you assume I recorded it like that Tuesday or Monday, and it's like, no, it was probably recorded half a week, if not a full week before you see it, because that's what works best for my current work schedule. So a lot of things to get to today. I don't think it's going to be like a super long episode because I still need to keep it short. But just to show you guys, well, not this one. Number one, we are, for those of you that at least are new, we are playing on hard. And you can see you can actually change the difficulty at any time. Of course, I'm not going to do that, but we are playing on hard. And appreciate all of you that have just recently joined the Discord. And we've had some really great insight, great messages with several of you. And yeah, just good Gallop Racer and horse racing talk in general. So for those of you that are new, just going to give you an update as I always do, because we're constantly getting new people to this channel in the community. So I like to make sure as a content creator, I think it's important to keep everybody in the loop, because everybody's not going to want to go back and watch, you know, my old content. So we are at a point in the game right now where it's obvious we need two things, which we've been talking about heavily in the Discord. We need dirt sprinters for mares, and then we also need something else. Can't remember, to be honest, but I know for sure we need some dirt sprinters. We don't like have many. So this year, we'll be getting 5 foals. We'll be getting one from Chasing Hearts. And Gentle House will get a real happy and Gentle House foal as well. Looking forward to that from her. We'll also get a Butterfly Effect Fairy Singer. Now, some people aren't really high on this this breeding. I think it's going to work. Butterfly Effect was, to this date, or at least to her dates before we retired her, she was the best horse I've had in this series. And she doesn't have a bad stat. Everything is essentially A's. She has double S for power, which is fantastic. You guys know how much I love that power rating. I think Butterfly Effect is solid. And her with Fairy Singer, I'm hoping works out. I understand he's not the best sire, but we've proven we could get good horses sometimes like that. We have Free Fear here. She's, of course, turf and dirt. But we don't have like any exclusive like dirt fillies back here. Black Ruby and Free Fear are basically one and the same. Butterfly Effect is turf, 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 turf. So that's for the girls. The boys, I'm okay with the boys for now. Like, I don't have any major issues with them. In fact, let's go ahead and look at the foals. Just kind of keep you guys up to date here. But we definitely need some dirt sprinters, which of course I've been talking about in the last couple of episodes. Anyways, or just dirt fillies in general. They don't necessarily have to be sprinters. I feel like getting fast horses in this game is actually not that difficult. I feel like if you find 2 really fast horses, you're good with them. You can get a really fast speed line going pretty quickly. I feel like distance is a little bit harder to breed for. Personally, it's just me. No, everybody doesn't have to agree, but I think breeding for speed is I think it's one of the easiest things in this game. We've always had speed pretty early on. If you guys have been here for, you know, longer than a couple of years, we've always had speed, but it's the power, it's the stamina, it's those other things that we've had to kind of figure out. So let's look at the 1-year-olds. Now we have 6 foals here, 6 1-year-olds. 4 of them have 4 stars, and 2 of them have 3 stars. So it's going to be up in the air. I'm hopeful for everybody, but of course we'll have to wait and see once they get on the track. And then as far as the yearlings that were just born, look at this foal from Tigress of Stone from Diamond Plan out of Tigress of Stone. Already 4-star future, as she should be. And again, you see the pedigree for Tigress of Stone, Flying Cowboy, Pink Gemstone. Now, if you're new, you're not going to be familiar with these horses. They are our originals. And they did okay. Like, they didn't achieve like GWS fame or anything. They got a couple of grade 1s, but they came from a really strong pedigree of Western Tiger, which he has been by far the best, you know, stud we've had in this game. All of our best horses have somewhere down the line come from Western Tiger. So if you haven't acquired him in your game yet, especially if you're new to the series or new to Gallop Racer, or you just are new to the, well, yeah, I guess new to the game. If you see him, pick up Western Tiger. He is an awesome, easy horse to work with, and I'm confident he'll give you some really good foals, you know, for your future generations. So Arctic Crop in there as well. So as you can see, and for those of you that have been around here for a couple of years, you know that our originals like Flying Cowboy, Gemstone, they weren't the best. But again, you look at the pedigree and you look at the quality of the pedigree of just really solid horses. And we had Tigress of Stone, who was absolutely fantastic. So I'm really excited for this filly East Side Band. I think she'll be solid. And who else has 4 stars? Anybody else, or is it just her? No, just her. So she has the most potential, and everybody else is sitting there at 2 and 3 stars. Classy and Smart from Golden Boy out of Free Fear. She should be fantastic. I think she should be really good. Again, you see Western Tiger in there. Honest Pegasus, he was solid. Lee's Gold, Aunt B. Like, we have some good pedigrees going. It's not like we have bad horses by any means. Are they where we want them to be? Probably not. I think I speak for all of us when I say that. But I think we are coming along from where we used to be, and how badly I was at breeding with just some questionable decisions. But I'm glad I got that out of the way. I don't regret it. Like, if anybody were to ask me, hey, HRG, do you regret doing the breeding you did and wasting all that time? No, because I learned from it. Like, I like to learn from my experiences. I think if you're just doing things and then you can't learn anything from it, you kind of stay stagnant and complacent, right? It's not to say I want to intentionally put myself through situations just for the sake of learning, but it's like I'm all for going through an experience as long as it's not obviously terrible. If I can learn something from it, and I learned, obviously, what I have to be mindful of when it comes to breeding, amongst other things, but I don't regret it. I think it kind of really highlights where we are now. So let's get into our first race. Almost at the end of the year. We won't get to breeding in this episode. I want to make sure I save that because I still have to put all that together, which thank you guys so much for the input. By the way, if you haven't joined our Discord, make sure you do so, and go ahead and see what we got going on in there. Really excited for next year's breeding session. So anyways, Mythical Abigail. Me and you were just talking about this filly probably a couple days ago. She's up here. Expected to finish 6th in this 7-furlong open race. Anybody I need to worry about? I mean, we're not supposed to win, but Proud Appeal is the favorite. Okay. Mythical. This filly is from Moonbee, out of Lee's Gold. She has Close Race Okay, Stretch Burst. I don't know what the other ability is. And, yeah, I don't know about her yet. Her speed only 62, and I think she's going to peak pretty quickly. I'm kind of surprised. Moon was pretty fast, and Lee's Gold was pretty fast, but it happens. So let's just see how she does. So no pressure today. I'm kind of taking it easy. Of course, I'm going to aim to win every race, and actually pay attention. I think that's the main thing. Kind of kicking myself for the races I've lost in, I would say, the last couple of episodes across some of the games, just because I just was not paying attention at all. It's just like, Eric, you're recording an hour-long video. Just pay attention a bit, right? It's not that hard. So, yeah, I'm happy with where we are. Like, when I say happy, it doesn't mean 10 out of 10. It just means, like, I think considering where the series used to be, I'm quite content with what we've achieved now. It's not like we're at the bottom of the barrel and not winning and not having chances and not getting titles. Like, we're doing all that stuff, not quite at the exact rate I want to, because again, we're still trying to figure out the best breeding pairs. We've had to do a lot of experimentation because, my game has been weird. You guys have been watching for a while now and just talking in our Discord, so I think some of you have so much better luck than me when it comes to just the horses you get in your game and just kind of the luck. Like in my playthrough, or at least in my game for whatever reason, sometimes things work out and sometimes they don't. But it is what it is. And that's just, I'm talking about things outside of my control, not anything that I can control. That's actually a good finish there for Mythical. Definitely could have won. I waited too long. But second place when we were supposed to finish 6th, I'll take that. So she fights hard, man. That's the thing. She does fight hard. And that has me hopeful that maybe we can acquire some winning success with her. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to make any rushed judgments yet. But like I said, you guys know I love a horse that fights hard all the way to the end. I'll take that over a horse with just great stats any day. But, I mean, you guys know I've been like that since I've been doing YouTube. So, Miss Vaporwave, Abigail. We were also talking about this girl, too. She's up. And she's actually the favorite here today in this grade 3. And who's our closest rival? Flashpoint, $3 off. So they're saying we have a pretty easy ride here. And there she is, Miss Vaporwave. Her stats are licky, but she's from Moonbee out of Awesome Autumn. She should be fantastic. No abilities, and that's the only thing about Awesome for the most part. So we'll see. We'll see how she does. We're at that period now where we're trying to find the best of our horses, the best of our sires and broodmares, and then we're going to really double down on using those horses. We'll double down on using the strongest broodmares, the strongest boys back there, and then as far as racing is concerned, like I said, my focus is going to be to make sure that we emphasize importance on trying to really win as much as we can with the best horses that we have at our disposal. It is a little bit of a bummer when you develop these emotional attachments to the horses in the game, but you understand not every single horse you create is going to be like a 10 out of 10 all-star. I don't know. If it ever got to that point, I got to be honest with you guys, I'm not sure what I would do. Like, I like a challenge. That's just who I am as a gamer. I do like a challenge. It's not like I want things to be super easy or super hard. I just want it to be where I don't get bored of the game and stop playing. Like, for example, I've talked about Halo quite a bit on this channel, right? Some of you don't know what that is or don't play it, and that's fine. Halo's an FPS game, sci-fi FPS game. Probably my favorite of all time. Halo would not be fun to me if it wasn't constantly challenging. Now, granted, where Halo is now, completely different story, but growing up playing Halo, that was my favorite part about the game, is that it was always challenging. And no matter how much I played, it remained entertaining, it remained fun, and again, it did remain a challenge. The second a game gets so easy to the point where there's really nothing to work for, nothing to grind for, I get bored, man. I can't be stagnant. Now, will she hold on, or did I get her started a little bit too early? No, she actually just held on in time, but did gas her, so I wonder where her stamp is at. Wasn't the best stretch run for me, admittedly, but a win is a win, so let's get the dub and move on. So good stuff there from Vaporwave. Probably could have managed her a little bit better, but like I said, a win is a win, and we still clear it by 2.5 lengths, so we'll take it any day. And they still gave me an S for the spurt. Maybe her stamina is actually not as high as I think. We'll see. But yeah, that's just me personally. I want us to remain as, I want this series to go on as long as possible, So it's not like I'm going to do anything intentionally to slow our progress. It's just I don't want to get to the point where I feel like the game ever becomes too easy. Then it's like, well, now what? You know what I mean? I will stop playing. That's what I do. If a game gets too easy, and it's not a lot of games that I feel like that, but there's been a couple in my lifetime, and once it gets too easy, I completely lose interest. Like, it's just like, what am I playing this for? You know what I mean? There's nothing to really gain. So as long as that remains the case, I think we'll still continue to have fun. So here's Sedate Dancer from General Reason at Fiery Dancer. Now, she's actually a legitimate dirt filly. How good she'll be once we really see her at her peak, since she's still developing, that's to be decided, her stats or whatever at the moment. But again, she is still growing. 8 to 13 furlongs, so decent range. And good abilities as well. I mean, spurt, stretch, burst, strong heart. I love that. Rough track, okay. I'm hoping that I can really achieve quite a bit with her. But again, it's a lot of question marks right now. Figuratively and literally, because as you can see, we still don't know her speed, her stamina, her temper, and her heart. Second favorite today in this open. And let's try to get a dub and continue to move on. So, yeah, that's just kind of where things are at with the channel and just my mindset going forward. So I just like to obviously keep everybody in the loop, again, especially if you're new, because I get comments, and we've talked about it in the Discord, where people, if you're new, you don't know the progress or the story of where we are, why we're at the point that we're at, and why I have certain horses or whatever. So I like to make sure everybody's on the same page, with where we are currently in this playthrough. And again, I just think as a content creator, that's important. Like, some of my favorite content creators, like, if I don't tune in for a little bit, they don't give you any recaps or updates on what's going on. And I'm like, bro, like, I haven't been here for a while. Like, but I get it. Their mindset's probably like, just go and watch the old videos. But again, everybody doesn't want to do that. So I try to save you guys time by talking you through what's kind of happened or where we are. So if you don't feel like watching the old videos, you don't have to. I'm not going to force you. I like to be transparent. I don't think anything's wrong with that. At least, you know, for this channel and community. But yeah, like I said, I'm happy with where we are, and it's been fun. That's the main thing. It's been very fun and enjoyable to play this game, and the input I've been getting from you guys and just your involvement has been awesome. So really appreciate that. That's what it's all about here. Just, you know, having fun and seeing what we could acquire. Is her stam dropping already? Now, I haven't played in a while, so I can't remember who has to go quick and who has to go late. She is the second favorite. I don't think this is going to work out too well today. We're not finishing second, that's for sure. And yeah, tiring out too soon. Don't know our leg type either, so that's a bummer, but that's not a good race, and that's on me. No, what the hell? Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. Position C. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about that except try to do better. But it's not always going to be the case. Sometimes you just don't have that good race, right? Fortunately, a horse I know very well and is doing very well for us. That's September Sky, our 3-year-old filly. She's up in the Hall Stakes. She's got to run 10 furlongs. She's got 3 grade 1s already, working on her 4th grade 1 here today. So our girl's looking good. She is the favorite. Stern Expert's also in this field. Good horse. But I think we should be able to clear this. So yeah, Sedate Dancer, still kind of figuring things out with her. September Sky is close to her peak. As you can see, front runner. Still don't know her max distance because this game is stupid when it comes to that. Dirt, we haven't raced her there. Probably won't. Yeah, her stats are not great. I mean, she has a solid response as she gets in braking. Her speed is bleh. I'm kind of surprised, though, with Diamond Plan and Autumn Autumn that these are kind of her stats as she's close to her peak. This goes to show you, not every breeding pair you put together will give you that exact horse that you may or may not want. That's why, you know, I did a lot of experimentation. Because I remember I used to get a lot of insight that, like, oh, yeah, you must breed this, and you're guaranteed to get this. And I'm like, really? So, of course, you know, you go along with that, and then you kind of start to see it doesn't always go according to plan. I think the main thing is obviously figuring out your best breeding pairs, and again, like I said earlier, doubling down. But I still think there's an element of RNG. Again, you know, I don't think there's any legitimate source information to confirm it, but you got to look at how breeding works. If you redo it, we've all done that. Like, there is a little bit of RNG. I don't know how it's coded into the game. So, like, no matter what you do, sometimes you could get shafted as far as maybe not getting exactly what you want. And I feel like that's a little bit of the case here with September Sky in regards to her stats. Diamond Plan, you know, several decent stats. And when I say decent, I mean, you know, solid enough to pass down. But September Sky here, she's not really reflecting his stats or Autumn Autumn's to the fullest extent. She kind of has like a weird mix of both, but like not the best stats of both. You know what I mean? So again, it's just kind of to show you that I don't know if there's an 100% guarantee in this game as far as your breeding is concerned. I think it's just a higher probability. If you put these two horses together that you know should work well, yeah, maybe the probability is 99 or 95%, whatever the number is, you know. But as far as an 100% guarantee, I think that's a different story. So this should be a relatively easy dub with September.
And they're in the home stretch.
Okay. Get her going now, and their second win. Beautiful. Let's see. Okay, she's got a great gap on her. Great gap. And September Sky is going to roll on to a big win here. So, again, this kind of goes to show you, like, every horse is different. And ultimately, I just think finding that rhythm is important with your younger horses, obviously, your 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds hitting the track for the first time, getting dialed in. If they don't have like a super late or sustained growth type, September Sky, we're in good rhythm with her, despite her stats not being where I thought they would be. It's another Grade 1 win. It's her 4th, and she's looking good. So I'm happy with her progress. We'll try her out in the GWS Turf Series next year, see if she can get that title. But 7th winner. She's doing great considering her stats. If you look at her, you're like, ew. She's getting wins and she's winning Grade 1. So I think that's the goal right now. And then as far as breeding, well, we'll get to that later down the line. But we need to make sure we can win first before we even consider that. Burning Wind. He is still in the GWS Dirt Series, I think. Can't remember if I've gotten him a title. I don't think so. Where are you in my spreadsheet? He's got 4 Grade 1 wins on the dirt so far. Looking for 5. But look who's also in this field. So Date Ruler, who's going to be the favorite, and we're the 5th favorite with Burning Wind. But he's been fighting really hard. Considering where his stats are. As you see him, he's been on the decline for over a year now. Stamina 56, speed only 67, but his toughness, his heart, his response, and braking all still basically at 80, I think, if you were to average that out. So, fortunately, he's racing on dirt. If we were on turf, we wouldn't have a chance. Spurt, last corner leader, and stretch burst are his abilities. From Flying Cowboy out of FYI. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. But, yeah, just really trying to isolate the strongest horses and build from there. So that's the thing in this game. You have so many horses, right? So you really want to get to a point at some, margin where you can figure out who's the strongest, who can probably give you several generations of quality horses. And that's really subjective to everybody's playthrough, everybody's file, and what horses you have available. There are horses in my game that some of you are getting, and vice versa. Like horses that I've had in my game that some of you haven't even gotten, just based off of our conversations lately. So this goes to show you, every Gallop Racer game is not the same. Like, I'm trying to think, who were we talking about a couple days ago? A horse that has not been in my game for, like, ages. In fact, I'm going to look. Because it's a horse I've been looking for, but, like, again, I think it's a filly? And she just hasn't popped up in my game. It seems like before I even... like a long time. Long time. Let me see. Who are we talking about? Oh, X Factor. X Factor literally hasn't popped back up in my game as far as a 2-year-old to buy in the shop. And, I've checked the shop every year. I know sometimes, obviously, if I wait too long, like I've done in the past, horses will be gone by the time I look. But... naturally, I always look in July, obviously, just because we're getting our 2-year-olds, and she's never there. Like, she hasn't been there in a long time, and that's just how it is. It's the same thing in 2003. There's a horse that I've been looking for that just hasn't been in there. And I'm way more active with looking in the shop in that game than in this game, because, again, we're limited with spots in that game. So, like, that's kind of like something I feel like I need to do more often. In this game, we have a lot of originals, a lot of horses in general. Okay. Go. Bad start. And that could cost us. No ability. Not how you run it, Eric. I wanted to get outside more, but I waited a little bit too long. You see, like, this is the thing with Burning Wind that I've always kind of done. I just feel like I put him in a position to win, but I'm not doing what I need to do. Like, he's going to finish, I think, 4th, but we could have possibly... or, 5th, actually. I don't know. Could we have beaten Sedate Ruler if I would have gotten the jump? It was going to be hard, but I didn't give him a chance. They give me B for Spurt. That's a result of, just me drifting off in the stretch. So that wasn't good, but he's past his prime anyway. So I don't think I'm going to use him for breeding. I don't think so, but I'll double check. Another Grade 1 though. Paris Cup 12 furlongs with Solo Rider, and I cannot believe I lost that one race with him. 3rd favorite, though, behind Prime Colony, who has NGO, and Sunny Stage with Doyle. Sleepy Sun. So I would say it's a competitive top 4 field for sure. Courtly Kite, not thinking about you. But Prime Colony, Sunny Stage for sure. 2 horses to watch out for. The betting public seems to think that Solo Rider's a little bit outclassed here today. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to do the race. And remember, he's from Diamond Planet out of Moon Trapper. This is a brood mare that I've been advised not to breed with ever again. That's who this horse comes from. That girl. So, let's see how this goes, right? Not going to say anything because these are two good horses we're going up against. 12 furlongs. I still think Solo Rider has what it takes to get the dub here today. And this would be his 4th grade 1 win if I can go ahead and get it done. So we'll see. All right, Rare Emeralds with the record here. So let's see how this goes, eh? My allergies have been kicking my butt like the last 2 days. And it's really annoying because sometimes when it's allergy season, they'll really flare up, and then sometimes they just won't be active at all. So I guess it just depends on what's in the air. But yeah, allergies are they're annoying. I mean, there's always, I guess, worse things you could have, but allergies are not fun. Not fun. My nose flares up. My eyes get itchy. Just like it feels like somebody's tickling my eyes with a feather. That's how it feels when like my allergies are really like, you know, just kind of kicking my butt nonstop. If you know what that feels like, then you know what it feels like. It's annoying, you know. You're just like, can you stop that? Doesn't always happen though, does it? So feeling good with Solar Rider here. Let's see, anybody? Sunny Stages behind us. Prime Colony, where are you? Way back there. I don't know if I should be worried or not. Guess it depends how the stretch run goes. I'm very, very curious to see what the next Moon Trapper horse looks like when it hits the track. I have to look back in the barn and remember who else we have from her. Because watch, what if she turns out to be a really good broodmare despite her stats being kind of like blash, you know? Like, then what? What do? Do you forgo breeding with her just because her stats aren't good? Or do you use her if she's giving you still really quality horses? I don't know. Now we have the stamina to run, so I'm going to go ahead and kick off here with Solo. No Revo, but I mean, I think we have plenty to go. Are they really saying Prime Colony and Sunny Stage are going to catch us in a furlong and a half? I don't think so, bro. This is what I mean. Like, Solo Rider is I think he's one of our best horses of this current crop. Now, that is Prime Colony closing, but again, when we're running this far up and Prime Colony's that far back, you're not going to close the gap in time to get Solo Rider. It's another grade 1 win at 12 furlongs, and most importantly, it's for the GWS Turf Series. Let's go, my boy. Solo Rider looking good. And again, he is from Moon Trapper. Moon Trapper. Moon Trapper. 4-length winner over Prime Colony and Sunny Stage. Yeah. Oops. Not September Sky. Solo Rider. So I said I wasn't going to say anything. I'm like, I mean, I lost one race with that dude. We're pretty much inseparable at this point. So, Joker's card still leading the Sprint Series, which is fantastic. Solo Rider is clear in the Turf Series, which in all honesty, it's not that tough of a Turf Series. Prime Colony, yes, good horse. Eager Saint, obviously, but they haven't posed any serious threat to us. And Burning Wind, gosh, imagine if I would have done better. He was still alive in the Dirt Series. Technically, is still alive. That's kind of crazy. Like, he's not better than Sedate Ruler or Vast Delight, but somehow he's still alive in this series, only down by 10 points. Kind of kicking myself for not hitting everything on the nail with him. Okay, Mythical. They want you in the Philly Cup? Okay. Why not? Vaporwave would have been... No. Well, you know what? Forget it. Whatever. Still figuring these girls out anyways. I'm just going to kind of put them wherever it seems appropriate. Who's your pedigree? Can you run on the dirt? No. L Pooper Scooper. I've been saying that a lot lately, and I don't know why. I can't tell you guys, man. So if you're new, again, don't be surprised by the weird things. This is me being myself. It's just me being myself. Solo Rider. I don't know why they don't have faith in you. It kind of upsets me. I lost one race with you, and that, of course, was my fault. But you're a great horse. You've been a great horse. Only one loss. And again, you're from a broodmare that, you know, people would like to forget. So you have a special place in my Gallop Racer heart. September Sky, you're not doing well. But, you've been on a roll. Actually, she does have 4. Okay, that was at 10. Did I put that on my notes? Oh, I did. Never mind. So she's finished in the top 3, 11 out of her 13 times. 4 grade 1s. You know, it's pretty much what I've routinely done. Certainly need to step it up a bit. Title-wise, she's working on a mile champ title. So let's see if we can double down on that. Whenever she's feeling better, which may not be till the end of the year or next year. China Mile, not going to run you in that. I don't know if there will be a grade 1 for her, to be honest with you. Probably not, so that's kind of stinks. Guess I'll run you in a grade 2 that's appropriate. Just run her in the Montreal S grade 2. And Joker's card, you're good, Sedate Dancer. So again, the only legitimate dirt filly that we have at the moment, and I don't know about her. Still don't know her leg type, which the game is playing hide and go seek with, as always. That's a great thing. Like it's so random. Like you can win on a horse in this game, get double S's on everything as far as your eval, and the game's still like, yeah, we don't know where she wants to be. It's like, it's just Gallop Racer being Gallop Racer, right? Is what it is. I've been playing this game long enough to know that. I think, Burning Wind. I'm sorry, my guy. I've definitely dropped the ball with you a couple times. Races we could have won. I mean, look how he's staying close in the GWS dirt. Only 4 grade 1 wins. He's finished in the top 3, 13 out of 17 times, so he's been a consistent dirt horse. You know, I always try to keep things in perspective of where this would be in reality, right? A dirt horse by today's standards, that in today's modern world, at least in the North American scene, maybe anywhere else, but that has 4 grade 1 wins and is finished in the top 3, 13 out of 17 starts, that's a horse that would have a lot of attention. But because it's Gallop Racer in a video game, it's like, I guess depending on everybody's standards, you may be like, oh, that's good, and then you may be like, oh, that's trash. Major River, no kidding. Somebody in our Discord told me to get her. Who was it? Bravo, was it you? I can't remember. Somebody just told me to get Major River, like not even 3 days ago. Oh, you guys know how I feel about her, but granted, that's in 2003. I'm not sure how she is in this game. And she is a dirt horse. Bionic Club is back. Oh, what a great... Love this guy. Gosh, he's... Ray Babe. Oh, man. There's actually some decent Hates Pack, Fast Pace. Okay, I forgot. Some decent 2-year-olds in here. And these aren't even the special ones. Who's Even Fan? Wow. Beauty Value? Gosh, it's like it's Crazy Hunter? It's like so many good 2-year-olds here. This is what I mean. Like, sometimes I don't get anything, and now I'm like getting all these really solid horses, especially some of these we've been talking about. Oh, boy. I feel like I'm going to get criticized if I don't pick up Major River, so I'm going to go ahead and get her. And I'm curious how she is in this game compared to 2003. Because in 2003, I think they've completely overestimated her ability with the AI. I'm not saying if you're a human player playing with her, you couldn't knock it out of the park. But the AI racing with her in 2003, she finishes like you guys have seen in my video. She always finished 5th or worse. Even when she was the favorite, she always finished 5th or worse. The AI apparently just can't figure her out. Do I put her in the World JF Cup? I guess I do, right? Or the World J Cup. Let's see how she does there. Major River. Wow. I did say it though in our 2003 playthrough a while back. Like if she popped up, I would want to maybe give her a shot just to see. Prior fair, and the great thing about all of these 2-year-olds, they all have the growth types that I want and you guys like as well, which is that late to sustained. So 44 stam though, Kate Rocket, I don't want to deal with 44 stam. That means that'll be mid 60s. 12 feel, yeah, no thanks. It'd be nice to have Bionic Club again, but yeah, I kind of want to try some new horses. Ray Babe. I've always wanted to work with Ray Babe, to be honest, but sustained growth type, but that stam's not great. I'm really trying to stay away from... 7 breaking for Tender Club? Last to first, Pack Passer and Inflexible. I like those first two abilities. A sure thing. I'm actually not familiar with that. I don't think a lot of horses in this game have that. Alright, let's look at the specials. Even fan, you only have stretch burst though. Good on turf and dirt. Good stam. Proud steel. Good on turf and dirt. Pretty much a closer. Okay, abilities. Anybody with something different? Crazy Hunter. Another dirt filly, right? We could continue to build our dirt pedigree here. Or try to at least get to that point. Crazy Hunter. No abilities, but I'm curious. I mean, she's a good dirt filly from the looks. She's okay dirt filly. I kind of want to try her out. I think. Keen Revolution, like Gamble. Oh, I really don't need more horses, but again, just kind of trying to figure out what we can work with. Ugh. Well, here we go. Go away, dude. Yeah, like, what? Go away. Go away. Go away. Thank you. Goodbye. 8 to 11 furlongs with her. Any grade 1s? Turf. She's okay on the turf. If there's a dirt race I can save her for, I probably should do that, but it doesn't look like anything's going to be available. Yeah, I'm just going to toss her in this grade 1, just to see how she does. It's a furlong shorter than where she wants to work. No big deal, we'll be fine. Alright. And one more thing, let's check the Osaka Mile. Who's in this field? Night Falcon. Wait, growth type, stam and speed, blah. Hi, could I negotiate? Imagine I just come in and take this horse. Night Falcon. She's not, or he isn't happy. Excuse me, that he hasn't raced. Dirt horse. Yeah, no. I like the horse, but Sedate Devil. Oh no, she's a good girl. Alright, let's go. Yeah, Major River I had to acquire because we were literally just talking about her. We were talking about her and Major Diver. Both. Different horses, of course, but still. We were talking about the majors. Jaden's champion. He's up 7 furlongs in this Grade 1 Aquarius Stakes. 3rd favorite. Have I won a Grade 1 with him yet? 2. Thought he was going to be a lot stronger than what he was. And somehow the game gave him 45 stamina with a fast growth type. Like, that's what I mean. There's some elements of RNG in here. Like, it is. It doesn't make any other sense. Lee's Gold has never given us a horse with this bad of stamina. Diamond Plan, I mean, we just started using him, but still. We've used Lee's Gold a lot. We never got a horse from her that had remotely close to this bad of stamina. Not once, I think. I think all of our horses from Lee's Gold at average had at least 62 or higher. So where on earth this guy got 45 from? Hey, your guess is as good as mine. Because at the minimum, he should have, again, had at least mid to low 60s. So The game's kind of like, yeah, no, Jaden's champion's actually not really going to be a champion. We're going to go ahead and just kind of make fun of you there and just give him 45 stam and just tell you to deal with it. So I'm like, okay, that's cool, bro. That's cool. So yeah, it is what it is. Every horse, like I said, not exactly going to hit the all-star ratings you want, but just got to go through the grind and figure out who will. Again, it just sucks because, you know, I get emotionally attached to all of our horses, especially the ones you guys name. So it's kind of a bummer when a horse isn't going to turn out the way you expect, but that happens. All right, let's go. No Rebo. Good kick, though. Well, let's see if Jaden can stay competitive. Furlong and a half left to go. Still in the blue. Still in a close race with the 2 there. Jaden's champion might get it done. And look at that. With 45 stam, this guy's going to hold off to win the 7 furlong sprint. But I guess you can get away with that in a sprint. 3rd grade 1 for Jaden. Yeah, I'm not going to use him for breeding because, again, why would I want to put 45 stam in any of our future horses? So, such a bummer, man. Such a bummer. Such a bummer. If he had anything of at least close to 70, different story. Gets done. Wow, what a race. That was that was actually pretty fun. Wasn't expecting him to really fight that strong in the end, and he did. So good for him. Jaden's champion is 3rd grade 1. But again, with stamina that bad, like, cannot use him for breeding. That's what stinks. I don't know why the game did that, but can't control it. I mean, again, you give him at least stamina in the 60s or 70s, we could do a little bit more, but you look at that distance as well, only 8 to 10 furlongs, so there's somebody else from Diamond Plan that doesn't look that good. Who is it? Not Joker's card. Is it little? No, not you're fine. No. Who am I thinking of? Thinking of somebody else from Diamond Plan that kind of had questionable stats. No, I can't remember. Is it Burning? No? Okay, maybe I'm misremembering. Or I could have just been thinking about another horse, but let's go ahead and just want to check something right. Not the foals, but yeah, it's just kind of a bummer about Jaden. Mr. Diamond Plan. A stamina. And Lee's Gold, I think she had A. I think she had A. A or B. I could be wrong. Nothing worse than that. So how Jaden managed to get 45? Like I said, I don't know. I do not know. But we've got a couple grade 1s here today. Solar Rider, September Sky, Jaden's Champion, and I think that's actually it. So only 3. Felt like it was maybe 1 or 2 more than that, but no big deal. Little Vixen, haven't raced with her in a while. She's up. She is the favorite. $3 favorite ahead of Dry Flower. Or no, $2 favorite, technically ahead of Cocoa Nut. Little Vixen, she's from Diamond Plan out of Pink Gemstone. We all know Pink Gemstone. Very, very good horse for us. She didn't obviously achieve crazy milestones, but gosh, she fought really hard with the best of them, despite her being outclassed, I think. She always punched above her weight. And that's kind of, as you've seen in some of our horses, that has translated pretty well. Like, the horses we've had in the past, maybe they didn't turn out to be GWS, whatever, Hall of Fame type of horses, but they were always so competitive. They were consistent. They fought really well. And in all honesty, they've given us some really strong horses now that we're putting into the Hall of Fame. So it just kind of goes to show you, wherever you start, just kind of double down on that and, you know, just remain consistent with it. Sometimes the horse that isn't always winning may not be that champion type of horse, but that could set you up to have the champion type of horse, right? Like, all of our champion horses now have come, for the most part, from parents, grandparents, and etc. that didn't achieve as much, but they were strong, they were consistent, and it's worked out. so far. So just goes to show you, you don't have to like max out a horse just to, you know, get good foals from them. I think it's the consistency that matters the most at whatever level that is, you know.
And they're in the home stretch.
Okay, got to get her going a little bit early, and she's holding pretty well, holding pretty well. But like I said, this is what Pink Gemstone is like. She was always very consistent, strong, and fortunately with Diamond planned with her as well, Little Vixen rolls on to an easy win.
We have a winner.
Yeah. Pink Gemstone was so fun, wasn't she? I think she was like the first breakthrough filly that we had in the series that kind of showed us a little bit of potential and heart. We've had a couple horses like that across several of our games, but mainly in here, excuse me. And like I said, for me personally, I always appreciate a horse that fights hard. They don't have to have, you know, all the greatest stats, as long as there's no bad stats. If they fight hard, that means more to me than anything. So, good win there for not Pink Gemstone, Little Vixen. So, good stuff. Okay. And Soy Conquistador, she's up in the grade 2, running 8 furlongs. She's the second favorite behind Tender Value. So, Kippis, never heard of that horse. Michael's Kid. Heard of that horse, but Kippis or if I'm saying that right. If I'm not, forgive me. Never heard of the 8 horse, though. Never did. Well, Miss Soy Conquistador, she is from Diamond Plan out of Chasing Hearts. And I think she is, I hope she doesn't have a fast growth type with the stats I see so far. Granted, no idea what her speed and stamina are. She doesn't have any grade 1s yet that I see. Yeah, none. She's only 2 years old, though. I mean, she's just started. So we'll see how she develops. Last corner leader. Got to keep that in mind. Hopefully we can make something happen.
The horses are in the gate.
All right. I think this is a good benchmark for her, though. Obviously, Tender Value is a really good horse, so let's see how she competes. I forgot what his leg type is, to be honest. Okay, Procedure, so he'll probably be here with us. Maybe. Or maybe not. It'll just be us and Empty Smoke, who has no chance, apparently. So we'll see. Oh yeah, just something I wanted to mention, since a couple of you have been talking to in messages in the Discord. If you want to if you're scared about like doing commentary and stuff for YouTube, try your best not to be fearful of that. Like, we don't judge here, obviously, so I just think having more people doing Gallop Racer content, which was always my goal, and I wanted that for years. It didn't really matter who was doing it. I just always wanted more people playing Gallop Racer. Because, in all honesty, that kind of took, and I don't want this to sound selfish, it took a little of the pressure off of myself, because I feel like if there's more people playing, then there's more things to kind of, is that Tender? Yep, gonna roll right past, so good stuff. But it was just kind of lonely just for me to be the only person at that time. And obviously there was Black Horse and other people, Spiral, I think, that were playing Gallop Racer. But I mean, at the time that when I started, I think they had stopped uploading by that time. So it was kind of just me for a while, and it was really, I said, it was just lonely. And it put a lot more pressure on me as a content creator, because like there was nobody else uploading. So that's why I always preach, just for anybody else that wanted to upload it, like, do it, you know. And YouTube is YouTube, right? And you always have people that maybe don't, you know, like what you do. But at the end of the day, don't be fearful about your commentary and the nervousness. I totally get it, right? Everybody's levels of that is different. Frugal Arc is up here in the Princess Cup. She is the favorite. We know what Frugal's about. Wow, Vegas, close second favorite. Really close. Should be able to get this done, though. But just try to be comfortable with just being yourself, you know what I mean? And ultimately, people that really support, you know, like, it's going to show up. I've talked about that for a while. Just, you know, don't be fearful of that, you know? You just, if you really want to, I'd say go for it. I'm always going to encourage people to do what they want to do. Because again, once you start YouTube and you get your first couple of videos out, I think that nervousness will wear off. It's just, you really kind of got to throw yourself into the pit, so to speak, early on, and just be
Are in the gate.
consciously remembering to just stay consistent with your first
And they're off.
couple of videos at least, and just trying to overcome kind of that nervousness or that anxiety, whatever it is. And I totally get it as someone that has anxiety myself, trust me. So yeah, just try your best to kind of be in that mindset. And again, we're really supportive here, so people are going to show you love, and I think you'll find out if you do decide to commit to it that it's not as scary as you think. Like when you're thinking about it, and I was just talking to somebody, I'm not going to name you, but his name starts with a T. I know you were talking about just kind of the nervousness, and like I said, just try not to think about that. It's scary in the beginning because it's probably like kind of a new territory for you, but I can almost promise the more you do it, you just get comfortable, and then like you're not even thinking about, oh yeah, I'm like talking to a microphone technically to myself in the moment, but of course once people watch this back, you know you're talking to them. I really do believe it wears off. I was the same way before I started on YouTube. I was kind of nervous. I mean, gosh, some of my older videos, like cringy, and that's just me being just OCD and a perfectionist. But the thing is, the nervousness completely wore off. Like, I'm not scared to like talk on camera anymore, you know, like at all. Like, that's why I have numerous channels. I like YouTube. I like content creation. And like I said, the more you do it, you get comfortable with it. It's not as scary as you think once you get in the rhythm of making it a regular habit. So that's just my piece of advice to any of you that would like to you know, put your Gallop Racer content up there on YouTube, because again, that's all I've wanted. It doesn't really matter who's playing it. I've just wanted more people in the community. That's better for everybody. It doesn't matter, you know, who it is or who you like. I just think having more people playing the game is what's best for the game. In the long haul, because again, it's an old game. This game is, as a series, it's almost a 3-decade-old game, right? As far as when it first started. So like, yeah, it's not going to be a relevant game in today's modern language. So the only way we can kind of keep this community alive is to have people playing and uploading videos. So, yeah, just for me personally, that was, you guys know, I've been saying that for years. I wanted people to upload, and we have plenty of people now, and still getting more and more. So I'm glad that's happening. That's really all I wanted. Frugal Art gets the win. Like I said, it's Frugal. Like, she's one of my favorite horses in the game for a reason. She's so easy to work with. She really is. She's such an easy horse to work with. Is she the best in the game? Obviously not. I think she's one of the best in Gallop Racer 3, of course, for, you know, where she's at, as far as like a horse that you can acquire in the shop compared to a horse you need to like actually unlock, you know. But easy win. That's her 4th grade 1, and she's looking great. Today, Dancer, she's up 9 furlongs. Need to figure her out. It's up and down with her. I have a good performance and a bad one. Good one and a bad one. They're still not telling me her leg type, her speed, or her stamina. Like, I need to win, but it's hard to do that when you don't know where she wants to run. General Reason, I think, was a front runner. Fiery Dancer was mid. And, like, I've ran her as a procedure, and the game keeps giving me C ratings. So, like, that's not helpful. I know I can figure this out by, like, going into just, like, a regular free mode race and having the AI do it. But, yeah, for whatever reason, I'm not doing that. That probably would be the smarter thing to do, right? We'll see. If it doesn't show me or tell me after this race, maybe I will do that. Because I would like to see what her true capabilities are, if I can at least understand her leg type. That makes a big difference. Again, I still think it's so goofy. The game thought that was a brilliant idea. Let's not tell the player about the horse's leg type. From a perspective, excuse me, of like trying to figure out your 2-year-olds for at least their first year, I get that, you know, but it's like, after a while, if you're close enough, it should tell you. I don't know how the coding works. Like, I don't know what grades or what metrics they need you to hit in order to reveal that. Because, again, I talked about it earlier. You can excel on a horse, and they'll still keep stats hidden from you. It's just like, I'm not sure if there's 100%, like, accurate data to depict that, or if it is somewhat random. You know? But I've ran her here almost as a closer. We'll see if this makes any difference. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to make a difference or not. Got a wide run here, but we'll see how she handles it. Today, Dancer, you gotta finish third, my girl. Let's see how you fight. I don't know. I know nothing about her, really. It's so hard to kind of gauge where she needs to be. Not gonna finish third, not by any means. Yeah, we may lose her, which kind of suck. But again, it's hard. It's hard with her, as you can tell. They're not giving me a lot of answers. So yeah, my position was A. So she does. Is she a closer? Like, imagine she's a closer. Like, how am I supposed to know that? Again, I'm talking about just in season mode, not, you know, actually going through the exhibition, which maybe I should do that, because now it's kind of starting to annoy me. Crazy Hunter, she's a dirt horse, or he's a dirt, yeah, she's a dirt horse. Thinking about Best Hunter. She's a dirt horse, not a turf horse, but she has an okay turf rating. Sustained growth type as well, 14th. I gotta be honest, I'm a little bit surprised, and hear me out, I'm a little bit surprised considering her stats where they are now, which they aren't terrible. And yeah, she's 2 years off of her peak, but and a furlong shorter than her distance, but last place, huh? Okay. 77 speed, I mean, she's not slow by any means. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see. Today has kind of gone as expected. I said it literally as the episode started. I said I'm just kind of just gonna whatever I said, which was not win everything, but also try not to lose everything. It's been middle of the road. I think we've won on the horses we've needed to win on, and the ones still trying to figure out, it's been more or less about where it needs to be. So it's just to make some progress, really, because again, I hadn't played in 2 weeks. So let's see. Oh, gosh. Allergies suck. Yeah, I'm curious. We'll see what happens here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. It's always my #1 goal. Always my #1 goal. And wonder how many horses will actually beat, or if I'll finish in last place. I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know if we're going to do better, or if it is actually going to be as bad as I think. She's got still a decent amount of stamina left. Last place ain't happening today. I don't think so, bro. She's still fighting? Still fighting? Top 3 might be on, maybe not. Yeah. 3rd place, actually. This is what... That's what I mean. I feel like sometimes, like... like... 3rd place. We're supposed to finish last. Like, her stats are not bad. This is what I mean. Like, my Gallop Racer game is, like, weird. I'm not making this up. You guys are seeing exactly what I'm seeing. Why 14th? Why? I can understand if, like, her stats were not where they were. She's almost 80 speed. That's not slow. For a 7 furlong sprint for a horse that at least has an okay turf rating, if you know what you're doing, you can still finish in the top 5. Yeah, like I said, my game is weird. I'm not making things up. Like, my game is weird. For whatever reason. I don't know why. I'm happy with that. That was a great run. Like, that's why I'm like, 14th? Really? Okay. No respect at all. Prime Colony's here again. Scott Show, good horse. Country Crop. Chapel, not bad. Golden Time, 3-year-old colt. 10 furlong, England Stakes Grade 1. And, why did I pick him up again? I liked his stats, for the most part. 10 to 13, he is a closer. Oh, last to first, yeah. Only downside of kind of getting horses, acquiring too many horses for me, I do forget, like, why did I pick this horse up again? Especially if it's been a little bit of time since I played or since I picked the horse up. But yeah, we know England. Yeah, we know. All right, let's get to it. So
in the gate.
We're almost at the
Beautiful start.
World races, World Turf, Dirt, all that stuff in Texas. I don't know if those will be the last or if this one will be the last. It's almost, actually, pretty much been an hour. I cannot believe they said I was going to finish 14th with that horse. Like, oh my gosh, just no respect. I'm giving no respect sometimes. It's comical. I mean, it's fine. It's just a game at the end of the day, but still, it's just like 14th on a filly that has almost 80 speed and has an okay turf rating. I can understand if her turf rating was like bad, different story, but the game is telling me she's okay on the turf if you know what you're doing, and the game's like, 14th, no chance today. All right, whatever you say. I like her though. That was like I'm optimistic, positively optimistic about Crazy Hunter's future, especially with that growth type. So hopefully, do some damage with her, right?
Okay, this is where the race is
Okay, we're not the favorite here. Got to get rolling now, but not too hard. Just get up to speed. Actually, no, I probably do need to get going. Let's go, my boy. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Punch it, punch it, punch it, go. And we're off and racing. We're not going to get last to first. I missed out just a little bit. Needed a little bit more of a gap. I wonder if we'll close down nicely. We'll see. Still battling on the inside. It is a close race here in this 10 furlong England Stakes. Does Golden Time have what it takes to pull through in the end? And we might just get it done. Wow. Imagine running like that, still end up getting the win. Just by the skin of my teeth, just pulling that one out. Good thing is, I think he's 2 races away from a mid-champ title. Suck on that. Boyaka, boyaka. 619. Shout out if you know what that's from. I guarantee maybe 2 or 3 of you will know even what I'm talking about. Let's go, my boy. It's a grade 1 win. I mean, I cut it close, as I do sometimes. But again, a win is a win, man. A win is a win. And double S on the spurt. Could have been better. Definitely could have been better. Because I still felt like we had enough stamina to push through at least another half furlong. So, let's go. That's his 3rd grade 1 win. And again, he's 2 or 3 away from the mid-champ title. So, outside of Sedate Dancer, which, who knows, she could be gone by now. Okay. Soy Conquistador, yeah, she wasn't going to beat Tender Value. Not yet, at least. And then, who else? Crazy Hunter, we were supposed to finish last, so that 3rd place is obviously a good result there. So, for the most part, I thought, did what I needed to do there. More or less. Okay. Yeah, Sedate Dancer's gone. Yep. Is what it is. Yeah. I am curious where she'll, what her leg type is, so we'll figure that out. Crazy Hunter, can you run in that race? No, it's already booked up. I would like to get her on the dirt. Because something tells me if I run her in the turf again, the game's going to be like, last place. She can't win. She can't finish in the top 5. One thing about the 2-year-old fillies, nobody has really broke away from the rest of the group. They're still all kind of in that struggle zone, right? The struggle bus, so to speak. Soy Conquistador, they're still hiding your stamina from me. I would like to know that, and your power. No win. Oh, 2 wins out of her 3 starts. So actually, she's doing well enough. Young Crown Cup, you know what? Yeah, I think we need to see what she's capable of there. Let's see. Probably should be cutting this short. Little Vixen. Still don't know your distance at all. But you're 2 for 3, so that's good. Just gonna keep her in the mile range or in these opens. I keep forgetting sometimes that's kind of what you need to do with your 2-year-olds. At least for me, maybe not for everybody, but they want Golden Time 15 furlongs. It's a stretch, but okay. Sure, I guess. Wait, what? I forgot. This is in 2003. I can't scratch them. I wonder why they took that away. Anybody have a guess? Put it in the comment section below. Why do you think they took away the ability to scratch your horses from a race like you could in 2003? I don't know. I don't know. Long Beach Derby for frugal? Yeah, let's just keep you on the grade 1 winning spree. She has 5 grade 1s, and my notes only have 4. Which one did I miss? Oh, she has 11, right. 11 furlongs. Missed that one. Okay, cool. Finish in the top 2, 9 over 10 times. Yeah, the barn is kind of a mess, right? There are horses that I'm very consistent with where we're finishing the top 2 or top 3 all the time, and then there are horses that I just can't figure out. Honestly, that really kind of sums up my entire playthrough on YouTube as of recent. It's just like, okay, we have horses that we're killing it with, and other horses where it's like, what's going on? And that's a result of me not doing what I need to do, the horses kind of having weird stats, the combination of everything. Oh, Jaden, dude. I mean, you peaked already. What do I do? Yeah. Ugh. I don't even want to breed him with 45 stam, but he's finished in the top 2 9 out of 10 times. Like, why did they give you 45 stamina? That's heartbreaking. Oh, that's absolutely heartbreaking, dude. Like, 45 stamina for what? Like, just, it doesn't even make sense. Gosh, I don't even know what to do with you, dude. I really don't. I would hate to retire him now, but, like, what? Racing him for what? I don't see I'm not going to use him for breeding. I can't. Jaden, I know you're watching, man, and I think we have to retire him. He's already peaked. We can't use him for breeding. Like, it's just kind of racing with him just to race, and that's it. Could he go into the Hall of Fame? Maybe, but again, like, what's the point in doing all that work when we don't really intend on using him for breeding? I'm not going to use Desert Falcon anymore, so I am curious. We can always replace him in this slot. I'm curious what the game will give him. Nothing great, probably. S and C, interesting. Not what I thought. Not that I'm mad about it. I was indifferent. Whatever they gave him, I just genuinely was curious. I think we're good, right? I think we're good. 45 stamp. It's just, that's really heartbreaking, man. I really wanted things to work with that horse, but we can't put that in any generations. I think we're good. So we have a lot of racing to do still before the end of the year, so I think it probably makes sense to kind of leave off here. Then I'll get another episode for you guys pretty soon. So like I said, it's just it's a lot of figuring things out right now. You know, we're buying up horses left and right more than I usually do, but again, we do need some improvements, especially on the dirt side of things. We have to start establishing a solid line with that. So I think it's imperative that we figure out what we have to work with, and then again, trying to find out the best breeding pairs long term to produce consistent Dream Cup type of horses. That's the goal. Still trying to figure that out, obviously. You guys are helping. I'm still looking at a couple of things myself. And you guys are going to have much more influence over most of the horses we'll have going forward. I kind of decided that's what we'll end up doing. And I'll explain it later, but it'll be so everybody is kind of involved in a way. I'll still kind of have maybe a little bit I can kind of play around with, and then you guys will probably take a majority of what we got going on. So yeah, Jaden, it's a bummer, man. Yes, he's the same cost as Desert Falcon. D stamina, like, where did you get that from, dude? Not from this guy, not from your mom. I just gave you D stamina for no reason at all. That's actually really, really funny. Not using them, of course, but yeah. Still got some work. I see too many Ds. I see too many Ds for the boys. No pun intended, by the way. Pause. And then the broodmares, the ladies. It's a mixed house. You see a lot of A's, right? You see a lot of A's. You still see some D's, some C's in there, a couple of B's. It's just, yeah. Trust me, guys. We're gonna get all this figured out. We're gonna get it all. We are getting it figured out. It's just still taking a little bit of time, especially the way I play the game. But we're getting it figured out. Nobody panic. We don't need any panicking. We're fine. We're getting it all figured out. You're gonna see a switch in the next 2 to 3 years, I think, for sure. A big switch. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Appreciate you guys for love and support on the channel. We'll be back with another episode here. Try to get through to the end of the year. And kind of go on from there. So until next time, Horse Racing Gamer, sign out. Leave up a grand fantastic day. I'll see you later. Goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye.